Hello and welcome back to Trogdonia. This is your host, Derek Trogdon. Good to have you all here. Just grabbing a drink. Might do that from time to time. So if you hear a pause, that's probably what's happening. I do not blame these people for deserting at all. I'm gonna talk to her first.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Neat.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? Suppose that weighs on who's asking. My flock likes to call me grandmother, on account of my providing hot soup and free advice. You can call me Adelaide, though.
Adelaide.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Is this a greenhouse? I do not want to do that first one
The
for a while.
garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice. The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Make amends.
Dang it. Yeah.
Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermic plant. Yeah.
He would do such a thing. Question is, why would you agree to his plans?
I have a
Cannery's
ship that
got a
needs it.
regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, You should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
I'm actually tempted. Things in there were weird. What have you got against the
You've
town?
seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, man, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
All these are interesting. Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater? Water.
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
Oh. I will consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Huh. Actually, I'm fine with taking it out of the tannery. Oh. I am naturally anti-corporation. I do not like corporations. They are bad. Would rather deal with a mom and pop's operation any day. No looting, no looting. Do 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 do.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Thomas Kemp. Interesting.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Just trying to get my
Never heard
ship
it
off the
praised in
ground.
such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I could give you a few pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You
Good
ever
man.
heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Oh, I harvested them up. Okay.
I wish I knew. I heard your town had the full set once upon a time. Where the third's gone, I can't say.
Let's see. I expect a fair price.
I'll pay you for every pad you bring me. If, by some miracle, you can bring me the full set, I'll give you something pretty I've been saving for a lucky day.
Like the sound of that? Today's your lucky day. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 1 found in the community center archives.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. One datapad's enough to guide me down my newfound path. Just remember, I got something saved for you if you find me all three.
Okay, I'll let you know if I find any of the others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
How long have you been living here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... oh, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
I should go. I'm gonna try out this machine thing. Direction has changed. Enemies are hostile, but your efficiency can kill on sight. Leaving a few days will calm things down. Let's check out that reputation thing. Do they keep track of that? What are you? Antique saber. You made key codes. Captain's identification. Mental anti-clue. Oh, it's medical supplies. Yeah, people could definitely use that. Journal. Comes the power. Divert the power from Jim's plant. You delivered Reed's message, but Adelaide refused to return to Edgewater. Head to the geometrical plant and redirect the power. Adelaide proposed that you divert the geometrical plant's power output to the bacterial lab, depriving Edgewater of power. Well, the other guy came... Frightened. Find the free volumes. Okay. This is better. Let's see here. What's this upgrade? Range weapon mod. Here's the amount of ammunition the weapon magazine carries by 50%. That's actually a huge upgrade. Install. Good. Yes. Nothing works quite the way it's supposed to. Alright, head back to the beginning of town, begin the sweep. See if I can't figure things out. Must not loot. Sure, scare me. I'm not looting. This is the place where people live. I would never loot unnecessarily. Alright, I would loot a lot, but you know how it is.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too.
Ah,
Something I can help you with?
what are you selling?
Fresh
Oh,
off
yes.
the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Alright. Oof. Oh. Yes. Hello, armor. I like the sound of that. Finally something that works. Holy, that's expensive. Yeah, I can see why. Scanner. I have not enough at the moment, but I could sell. Okay. I'm keeping that. It's not a very good weapon. You can have it. So, shotgun, nope. Armor. Okay. Wait. Oh shit, that's right. I gained 9. Oops.
Something I can help you with?
Trade.
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
I have enough to buy it. Well, where's the upgrade option? Oh, wait, that's right. You have to go to the machine to upgrade. Ooh. I'd need some better armor around. And I am pretty tight on cash, seeing as I have almost no money at the moment. Son of a... Oh, that'll be one episode more down. Alright, it's good playing Outer Worlds here, but it's time to call it a night. I guess I'll see you all next time. Later.